up, guys? Name's Kevin Jimenez. My cages, KJ Cages. We got a couple high schoolers in here right now. We got two cages. Got some out screens. We got a little portable pitching mound if we need it. And we got the office right here. So we got some of the goodies. Some of the bats, gloves that I use, and then we got a TV up there watching the boys play. And then on this side, we got our bathroom right here. Very simple bathroom. We're good. And then right here we got most of our equipment. So we got 2 machines. We got 1 wheel here, strictly for fastballs, and then we got a 2-wheel here that you can spin stuff, curveball, sliders, whatever you guys want. And then we got some more gear here. Medicine balls, some kettlebells just to get warmed up. Gotta have the speaker in here. Gotta have that. And then we got another machine here, a little hack attack. Thanks to one of my boys, Aiden, for bringing that for us. And then a little fan. You get a little hot in here, so we got that going, man. But other than this, we got this little turf area here where kids stretch. They want to do the mobility stuff like that. So we just have this open for them to get going. So I'm pretty excited about this. So welcome to it.
What's up, guys? We are here today with Kevin Jimenez of KJ Cages, and he's going to tell us a little bit about this new business and who and what it is going to be for going forward. So first things first, what was the inspiration for this facility?
Yeah, so I went to school at New Mexico State. Kind of know a little bit about Carlsbad and knew about some high schools that performed well here. And obviously my girlfriend was from here, so I ended up coming for a little break, and ended up turning into me going and helping out with the high school. And then I tried to hit indoors, and there wasn't anything like that in here. So once I got back from my season last year, it kind of gave me this idea to kind of put this out, because at the same time we have some really good talent here in Carlsbad.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys want to get their work in, so we got to be able to, support and give that to them. So I feel like this is kind of my way, even not from Carlsbad, but at the same time, I feel like it's my due diligence to kind of give back to the game now.
Well, and you're connected to the community now quite a bit. You started coaching a couple years ago, and I think that's kind of maybe a big reason why you felt anchored here too.
Yeah. Obviously, I got a good opportunity to come help these guys. We got a couple of the high schoolers behind us, but just to be able to have the opportunity to just be here and kind of just open this thing up for these kids, man, because this is what we train for. We train indoors where the weather could be a little bit iffy here. Sometimes it could be really hot or it could be really windy. You just never know. But other than that, man, I just felt like this was a good opportunity for me, and an opportunity for the whole community, baseball wise and stuff. So,
and it's actually raining today and this whole week, so that works out perfect.
Yeah, it works out perfectly.
What age groups have trained here and can train here?
Yeah, so I mean, we vary from about 7 to 7+. We have a camp right now that we're running through. We're in day 3, just finished day 3, and we got around ages 7 through 13 right now. So just a little bit of having some fun. I mean, obviously the weather has been pretty bad this week, so having them indoors and just teaching them a little bit. And luckily I have 2 of the ex-high school teammates helping me out, Aiden Quintel and Tanner Collins. So it's been a good help having them here, and then also them spreading their knowledge to the kids. So yeah, man, anyone. It ranges from everywhere. Like right now we got some 17, 16-year-olds here, 18, and then obviously the guys are going to college and stuff like that. So, but yeah.
Well, a big part of being like a good coach, in my opinion, is being able to connect with kids. How do you make sure to connect with some of these younger guys, whether they're going to college or, like you said, starting out?
Yeah. I mean, obviously every age group's a little bit different. Locally, I became a teacher, so that kind of helped me create some patience and stuff like that with some of the kids. But obviously everyone's different. You can't really teach the same guy the same thing. You could always teach the same approach and stuff like that, but everybody's body moves completely different. Sure. So just being able to individualize and customize their swings whenever they're in here, because at the same time, like I said, everyone's pretty different.
Yeah.
So
what kind of technologies are you bringing to this facility that might help somebody just be a better player?
Yeah, I mean, technology right now is obviously pretty expensive. You got the Rapsodo and you got the hit tracks and stuff like that. So it could, these bigger facilities, they got those. But right here, I just like the raw, digging deep, blue collar type of work.
Yeah.
Come in here, get a good sweat on for an hour and a half, and then head home and just knowing that you put in the work and you're ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I use. That's what you use.
We all use
it.
That,
works,
man.
right?
Yeah, it works. It works.
But I did notice that you do have some stuff, like you said, you talked about before on the quick tour, was the like pitching machines. You've got a couple of different kinds. You've got like some of the bands that you guys use, that kind of stuff. Not necessarily technology, but some of the stuff that you train with. What is the importance of like why does a player need kettlebells right now?
Yeah, so it's just whenever you want to go and hit, you're just not going and hitting. Obviously, you got to give yourself a little 10 minutes to prepare yourself to hit. So luckily, we got some medicine balls to work our lower half, and then I ended up just buying a couple days ago these water bags that are to also help with your swing and just being able to be more explosive in everything that you do. And then we also got this called the farm board. So it's a little kind of a square thing where you put under your foot, and that really helps you really understand how to use the ground and really clear the hips and really get the best out of your swing. So we got some of those little things coming in that really help me. So if I'm able to kind of give that and see if it helps some of these kids, and if it doesn't, then we go to the next thing. Yeah. But other than that, I think it's going to be a pretty big help for some of these kids here.
I noticed that you had the pocket radar. Are we checking like exit velocities, pitching? Like what are we using it for?
I mean, sometimes. Aiden likes to check their exit velos sometimes. So whenever they're in here hitting, they want to track it, but it's not necessarily something that I strive for. Because at the same time, if you could hit, you could hit.
Right.
Hitters hit, and if you're able to, obviously the game's more analytical and stuff now, and it's all based on numbers and stuff. But I mean, if you could hit and compete, man, then you'll find a good opportunity somewhere.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the tour, and this facility came out really cool.
Yeah,
and I'm glad we have something like this in Carlsbad.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing that.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you, Trey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So now we're in the cages.
Yeah.
Can you show us one hitting drill that means the most to you?
Yes, sir. Let's do
Okay.
it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
All right, so this is one of the drills that I used a lot when I was playing, and I use a lot for these guys that come and train in here. So this is called the hover drill. So one of the biggest things whenever we're working with the hover drill, so you can set up, we want to make sure whenever we're holding up and we're making our forward move towards the baseball, we want to feel like everything's holding back here, and we don't want to let our hips slide forward. So here with Aiden, we got it. If we're working it, he's got his hands up, and he wants to feel that stretch. And making sure once that front foot goes, that hip fires, and then we're ready to go. So the biggest thing is just being able to control that back hip as long as you can towards making that forward move. And once that foot goes down, those hips fire, and then we're able to finish high from there. So I'll take them through some swings, and then we could go from there. Yeah, continue holding that backside and explode. Once that foot goes, explode. There we go. Two more. Hold it on that backside. One more. Boy. Dude, I can't do it with y'all in here, bro. Cause these freaking guys, you guys just staring at me.